welcome to the Black Educated Tea Podcast. I'm your host, Makeda Marie, and today's topic is you got what you asked for. But, as always, before we get into the tea, let's get into this tea. So, I am drinking a Heaven Hibiscus today, and oh my God, it is really good. It's by Oasis Vibe, and of course, it has hibiscus in it. It has lemon peel in it, and it has peppermint. It has organic orange peel, lemongrass, and it actually has rock sugar already infused in it. Really good, really sweet. Oh my God. Really, really good tea. I'm just going to take a sip of it. Really good. This is actually, cold tea as well. I do cold and hot. For this particular tea, of course, it's already brewed. And like I say, the rock sugar is infused. So it's actually cold tea. But I do cold and hot. So that is what I'm drinking today by Oasis Vibe. Really, really good tea. And so let's go ahead and get into this topic. You got what you asked for. And when I say that you got what you asked for, I'm not looking at that in a negative way. I'm looking at that more in a positive way. You asked the universe for something, and you got it. And I will use myself in as an example of that. And so I would say I was working a particular job, and with the and I wasn't, I guess I wasn't too happy by it. I will say that. There could have been some things that could have been differently, and I wasn't necessarily pleased with it. And so I kept praying, I kept asking, oh man, please, please God, help me find something else. Deliver me from this particular situation, and I want something different. I honestly want something different. And when I say blessings on top of blessings, I got exactly what I asked for and more. So let's just say that I wanted one client. I got 3 clients instead. So I couldn't complain. I could not complain. I was on cloud 9. I was like, oh my God, I was okay with 1, but 3 was delivered. I was like, man. But then as I got those 3, I was like, oh man, I got what I asked for, but I should have been more detailed in what I asked for. I'll put it that way. And I try to be mindful on what I say, because I don't want to sound ungrateful or anything like that, because I got exactly what I asked for. I didn't go into detail and say, bam, 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 these are the things that I want. I said I just want out of this situation, and I want to be put into another situation. I got exactly what I asked for. And so when I talk about this situation, it's not coming from a place of being ungrateful, because I am very grateful because I got what I asked for. But it helped me to realize, man, when you ask for something, you're going to get it, regardless of what it is. When you ask for something, when you speak something into existence, it's going to happen. So the lesson that for me is I need to be mindful on what I ask for and how I ask for it. I need to be more detailed with it. Because God was like, okay, Makeda, this is what you asking for. You know what? I'm going to give you even more than what you asking for. You asking for this one particular client and to get out of this one situation. I'm going to bring 3 clients to you. And I'm still going to remove you from this situation. And then when you get these 3 clients, I'm going to have a lesson in it for you. So I'm going to give you what you asked for, but there's going to be a lesson in it for you. And the lesson in it for me was I got exactly what I asked for and more, but I should have been more concise and provided more clarity on what I wanted. So that was the lesson in it for me. That, okay, if I'm asking for a particular job, or if I'm asking for, to be involved in a particular event or speaking engagement, I need to be more clear on it. What kind of speaking engagement do I want to be in? So I need to ask for a speaking engagement that's surrounded for Black women, that's talking about education and the state that education is in now, instead of me just asking for a speaking engagement. It is so easy to just ask for one particular thing, and I left out all the other details. So when I got the 3 clients, I was just amazed by it, but I was like, oh, yeah, I appreciate it, but that's not what I asked for. And I had to take a step back. It's like, Makeda, that is what you asked for. You just asked to be removed from this particular situation, and you got an abundance of what you asked for. So not only did I get what I asked for, but I got more than what I had asked for. And so I had to start keeping a journal and writing things down, or start, when I would formulate things in my mind, I had to be more detailed with it. I want to be able to help a client change their professional career, but I would love the opportunity to get a client that's looking to get into the educational field where they're creating curriculum, or someone that's looking to get into the medical field, and these are the, so I had to just be more detailed with it, especially in my personal life. I had to be more detailed in what I asked for, because even with that situation, that example that I gave, where I wanted to get out of one situation and get into another, there was triple income that came with that. So I couldn't complain, because I'm like, I got out of this situation. Now my income has even tripled because of it. But I still wasn't detailed, because it was never about the money. I just wanted the peace, the happiness, the joy to be able to do the things that I love to do. And it helped me to see as well that everything is not always situated around money, because I had that mindset. I'm not going to lie. We all love money. We all love to live a certain way and have certain things. And for me, man, if I make X amount of money, I know the happiness is going to come. And then God was like, okay, I'm going to show you that you can make triple what you were making, and it's still not what you want. And so, like I said, that provided clarity for me, that I got what I asked for. And if I want things in my personal and professional life to work a certain way, I have to ask for these things and know what I'm asking for. And don't be surprised when it happens, because I got what I asked for. I just was not as detailed in what I should have been asking for. And there was no reason for me to complain about it. So that's why I had to be mindful with it, because it's easy to ask for something, then when it actually does happen, you still complain behind it, because it didn't happen necessarily the way you thought it should have, but you didn't ask for it that way. You didn't ask for it that way. You asked for it exactly the way you got it. So you got what you asked for, and I got what I asked for. And the lesson for me was, Makeda, you're asking for one thing, but you're leaving out so many other details. And that goes in a negative and a positive way. When we are thinking of negative things, we're, I guess the best way to put it, when we put restrictions on our life, and no, I can't do that. No, that's not going to happen. No, there's no way I can succeed in that. You're probably not, because that's what you're asking for. That's what you're speaking. So by you're saying that, okay, if I get it, I don't care, because it's not going to work out anyways. It's not going to work out, because that's what you're asking for. You're asking for it not to work. You're asking for it not to succeed. You're already looking at the failure in it. So guess what you're going to get? You're going to get that failure. But if you change that mindset and you go into it with a positive attitude, as in, okay, I'm asking for this, yeah, I know I'm going to get it. I know I'm going to get it. You're asking for it, it's going to happen. So just watch what you're asking for, because I promise you I did. I could not be mad about it at all. I could not. It caused me to look at myself and look back on throughout the years and be like, Makeda, everything that you ask for, especially when I'm repeatedly asking or it's in my mind and I just can't shake it, those particular things always happen. They do. But I was like, I wasn't asking for the right thing. I was only asking for a fraction of it. I didn't complete the whole circle. I didn't ask for everything and I only asked for a piece of it. And I got that piece that I asked for. But I wasn't in detail in everything else I wanted to complete that circle. So, you're going to get what you ask for. Just know what you're asking for. Don't leave out the details when you ask for it. If you want a house, ask for that house. Pray on that house. But then, even go so far as, you know what, I want a house with X amount of bedrooms and I want, mahogany color, hardwood floors, however many car garages you want. Ask for these particular things. Just ask for it. Because it's going to happen. But you have to be patient. First off, you have to be patient. You have to have the faith in knowing that these things are going to happen to you. And then you have to be really clear on what you're asking for. Because you're going to get it. Because I am a living example of you will get what you ask for. Good or bad. You will get what you ask for. And for me, that situation was the biggest wake-up call for me. Because I got exactly what I asked for. I just asked to be removed out of a situation into something else. And I got removed out of a situation into something else that was so much grander than the situation that I was in. Like I say, 3 times, just abundance and blessings. And I got exactly what I asked for, but then when I got it, I questioned it because it wasn't what I thought it should have been. But I got what I asked for. I left out the details. I left out the clarity in it. So that is just one of many examples that I have where I have asked for a particular thing and then I got it and then I was like, is this what I asked for? And then that little pops up in your mind and you're like, yeah, that is what you asked for. That's when you start having those conversations with yourself. It's like, dang, did I ask for that? And it's like, yeah, you did ask for that. And then it's like, okay, yeah, I did ask for it, but I didn't get the outcome or the results that I thought I was getting. It was like, maybe because you asked one thing, but you left out so many different details. Or did you really ask for what you wanted? Or was you just so eager to get out of a situation that you were just asking for something, but that's not necessarily what you wanted? So just be mindful of what you ask for, because what you ask for, you will get. And I would just love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and what have been some things through your life that you have asked for and you have received those things. And looking back, you like, I got what I asked for, but there was a but behind it, because it wasn't wrapped up the way you thought it would be wrapped up, or the outcomes wasn't what you thought it would be, but you still got what you asked for. You just, you left out some details there. So I would just love to hear your comments, your stories, and how you are continuing to ask for things throughout your life. And adding that clarity and those details to it, because that's the key, because that's what I'm doing from now on. When I ask for something, I'm asking for a certain thing. I'm adding those details in it because I know what I want this package to look like when I receive it. So, as always, this is the Black Educated Tea Podcast.